Hello and welcome to InThisCornerTV.com. I'm James Smith. Today on Smitty's Corner, we'll dissect the final 3 months of this pugilistic calendar, which shapes up to be exciting. Many of the top boxing superstars will be in action, but one won't. Floyd Mayweather Jr. All of that coming up on Smitty's Corner. Well, the 2010 boxing season should go out with a bang. Many of ITC's top pound-for-pound fighters in the world are slated to be in action. Starting out this week, our number 9, flyweight king Pansaklak Wanjinkam defends his title. The following week, the big guy, Vitaly Klitschko, who we have slated as number 10 pound-for-pound best in the world, he takes on Shannon Briggs. Vitaly's size and experience should be too much for Shannon Briggs. I don't even know why he's involved in this fight. November the 6th, it's Juan Manuel Lopez against Rafael Marquez here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. Now, neither one of these guys are in the top 10 now. Rafael has been in our top 10 in the past. Juan Manuel Lopez hopes to get there soon. That one should be a barn burner. Then comes November the 13th in Big D, Dallas, our number 2 fighter overall and many people's number 1, the Pac-Man Manny Pacquiao squares off against Antonio Margarito. I've already spoken my piece on this one. The fight's going to take place, and despite the fact that Pac-Man should be too fast and too quick, Margarito's a big guy and could present some problems. And although I doubt it, size could be a problem for WBA heavyweight champ David Haye, who that same night takes on former Olympic gold medalist Audley Harrison. The following week, November the 20th, our number 7 and 8 fighters go at it in a rematch, Sergio Martinez and Paul Williams. Now, the first time these two guys met a year ago, Williams won a controversial decision. Since then, Martinez has gone on and dominated Kelly Pavlik. A few days after Thanksgiving, it's Juan Manuel Marquez, who I have ranked number 3 pound for pound, against the always exciting Michael Katsidis here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. The undercard for the Marquez-Katsidis fight looks to be a great one. Defending their titles will be Celestino Caballero and Andre Berto. That same evening, and I don't know why they keep doing this, Showtime Super 6 Super Middleweight tournament resumes. Our number 6 fighter in the world, Andre Ward, takes on Andre Durrell. What a matchup that should be. And maybe an even more exciting fight will be Carl Froch against King Arthur Abraham. There's some stuff going on behind the scenes. I hope this card takes place. My pal and number 4th ranked fighter overall on our list, Nonito Donaire, will be in action December the 4th. And a week later, here at Mandalay Bay, it's potential British superstar Amir Khan taking on dangerous Marcos Maidana. And Showtime will unveil its night of bantamweights when Vic Darchinyan takes on Abner Mares and Yanni Perez battles Joseph Agbeko. This one should be a lot of fun. Mares and Perez come off a draw. Agbeko comes off a decision loss to Perez. And, of course, Agbeko defeated Vic Darchinyan the year before. Now, the winner of these two fights will meet each other down the road. None of these guys are in the top 10 of ITC right now. In the past, Vic Darchinyan's been there. Speaking of top 10 fighters, another guy slated to be in action, the best heavyweight in the world right now, Vladimir Klitschko, scheduled to fight a TBA sometime in December. Finally, on December the 18th in Quebec, Canada, the man who ended Chad Dawson's unbeaten streak and knocked him right out of the ITC top 10, Jean Pascal, takes on legendary Bernard Hopkins. It's kind of strange not seeing Hopkins at the top of our pound-for-pound list. He looked a bit worn in an ugly victory over Roy Jones earlier this year. This will be a tough task for the executioner Bernard Hopkins. Pascal's a live fighter coming off a tremendous win in fighting on home turf. I'm actually going to go with Pascal to win this fight, but every time I pick against the Executioner, he comes up big. We'll see how he does against Pascal. By the way, they're hoping that Lucian Boutte, who will also be in action later on this month, will defeat Jesse Brinkley, and then it'll be a Pascal Boutte fight sometime next year, which they say will be the biggest fight in the history of Canada. So there you have it. Many of the top 10 fighters in the world in action. 9 of our top 10 fighters in action. One guy not in action, Floyd Mayweather Jr. On to my number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now, unfortunately for Floyd, his next opponent will be in a Las Vegas courtroom where he battles something he's faced before, domestic violence charges. Ironically, or maybe not so ironically, his uncle and trainer Roger faces the same charges later on this month. I think it's time for me to give some good old-fashioned advice to my pal Floyd, who's really been a good friend to us here at In This Corner. Floyd, change your outside the ring image a bit. Change your style a bit. Get out of the clubs. Get out of some of the race and sports books. Why don't you try a library and check out some Napoleon Hill, some Og Mandino, perhaps some Norman Vincent Peale, Tony Robbins, or Wayne Dyer. Get your mind and your spirit where your boxing skills have been. There needs to be a change for Floyd. Floyd has a chance to go down as one of the all-time greats in boxing history. Now, he already believes he's in that class, but the public ain't buying it. Being an all-time great is more than just winning. It's about how you win and how the public perceives you. Floyd is not Mike Tyson. You can't be half a gangster. You're a great boxer. Floyd should and could be one of the most marketed and celebrated athletes on this planet. He's arguably the best in the toughest of all sports, and it's one-on-one, mano-a-mano. He's also a good-looking guy with a great smile, and take it from me, he's great on camera. He's proven that in the past on Dancing with the Stars and with WWE. Tiger Woods falling from grace the way he has in less than a year should be all the wake-up call that Floyd needs. You know, here's hoping that Floyd gets his head, his heart, and his spirit together, because the sport of boxing needs him. In fact, maybe a good New Year's resolution would be drop the money and go back to being pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. You owe it to the sport, and you owe it to yourself. Folks, we want to hear from you at inthiscornertv.com. Any comments, anything on your mind? And I want to hear from you directly at Smitty at inthiscornertv.com.